Hello, my name is Leanne Schmidt, and I'm here to share with you my research on the impacts of absenteeism on student performance. First, let's define the terms. Chronic absenteeism for students involves being absent more than 10 days in a school year. While that sounds like a lot, it really is just 1 day per month of the regular school year. A single day. Chronic absenteeism for teachers is when more than 10% of the faculty is out of class on average for any reason. That can include illness, that can include prearranged absence, leave, or in-school business that's being taken care of, or being at conferences. My research questions for this study were the impact of student and teacher absentee rates on the 2019 NAEP 8th grade mathematics and reading scores. Variables were the student absentee rates, the teacher absentee rates, school year, grade level, mathematics achievement scores, and reading achievement scores. Key research previously conducted regarding student absenteeism included a study by Robbie in 2004, which looked at all Ohio school students and indicated that there was a significant difference between students who were chronically absent and students who were not with regard to performance on achievement tests. Oseo and Romano in 2016 saw the same effects to the degree that there was a 2.9% greater likelihood of reduced scores in reading and a 5.5% greater likelihood of reduced scores in math when students were chronically absent. Allensworth in 2014 studied the behavior of 8th graders regarding absences and was able to correlate that to a higher dropout rate at high school. Information from the Civil Rights Data Collection reveals that the following percentages of students are chronically absent. 17% of students with disabilities, 34% of Black or African American students, and 53% of white students are chronically absent. Key research regarding teachers and absences includes a study by Bruno in 2002 that in urban settings where there is a high level of teacher absenteeism, there is also a high level of crime and a low level of academic performance. Bowers in 2001 indicated that the cost of teacher absenteeism can reach into the billions of dollars as it is calculated out over the cost of many teachers in many districts across many states and the substitutes to replace them for each and every absence. Ehrenberg et al. In 2001 indicated that contributing factors to teachers' absences were school policies for employment, the culture of the school, and specifically the restrictions on banking sick days to the next school year. On the 2019 NAEP survey for 8th grade students, the following question was asked. How many days were you absent from school in the last month? None, 1 to 2 days, 3 to 4 days, 5 to 10 days, or more than 10 days. The survey for schools in the same year asked this question of administrators: about what percentage of your teachers are absent on an average day? Include all absences in calculating this rate. 0 to 2%, 3 to 4%, 5 to 10%, and more than 10%. In analyzing the results from the NAEP data in the Data Explorer, all results at every category for every level were significant. Student absence affects math performance. As those significant areas were analyzed with the Cohen's d effect sizes, the following results were moderate or strong for each of these comparative levels. On research question 2 regarding student absent and reading scores, there were similar results. All levels were significant at every category, and the following were the strong and moderately strong Cohen's d effects. Regarding teacher absence and math scores, results were significant in the highest and lowest categories when they were compared. The strongest effects, however, were in these categories. They were at the level of weak effects. Research question 4 regarding teacher absence and reading scores yielded the following results, which were similar to that of math scores. These are also in the weak effect range for Cohen's d, but they are significant. Outcomes of the study include the following. Chronic absenteeism among students significantly impacts both mathematics and reading achievement negatively. Chronic absenteeism among teachers significantly impacts both mathematics and reading achievement negatively. The effects of teacher absenteeism were considerably lower than that of student absenteeism. While these may seem like obvious observations that when students are not in class, they are not as likely to learn effectively, or when their teachers are not there to teach them, students are less likely to learn effectively, it was important to take a look at what levels made this most significant. Chronic absenteeism, by definition, includes all response categories except the response of none. On average, every additional day of absence results in a 5% greater likelihood of below basic performance in mathematics and 4% in reading. Chronic absenteeism among teachers within a school equates to the 4th reporting level, or the highest level of absence among teachers at a school. On average, this level results in a 10% higher likelihood of below basic achievement in math and 12% in reading, noticing that the reading is higher when teachers are absent than it is when students are absent. Limitations of the study include the fact that the NAEP data does not reveal whether absences are excused or unexcused. When Gottfried studied this, he noticed that there was an effect of excused absences being less likely to impact student achievement than unexcused absences. For example, when students are prepared for an absence, or when they have a support structure if they are out for medical reasons. They may have greater support at home to get caught up on their missing work. Another limitation of the data was that the student data was self-reported. When Garcia and Weiss in 2018 looked at similarly self-reported data on the NAEP, their results suggested that students were likely to misinterpret or misunderstand the questions being asked and therefore to answer them incorrectly. Another limitation was that the type of teacher absence was not indicated. I would suggest that it is possible that when teachers have a planned absence, either a personal absence or an in-school meeting, they are more likely to prepare lessons for a substitute teacher, which are easy to deliver, are well explained and prepared, than when they find themselves waking up early in the morning and not feeling well and trying to get together a substitute lesson for the day that could be managed in their absence with no chance to get any materials together. And that this is far more likely to affect student performance than a planned absence. Future research might indicate whether the effects of at-home technology and the effects of home access to the internet would be likely to impact student achievement with regard to absences. For example, if students have access to technology, they are able to do more of their homework while they are at home absent. And if they have home access to the internet, they are more likely to be able to connect with the teacher to get missing work and to handle it while they are out so that they don't lose time in catching up when they have makeup work to do. Here are the references that are mentioned in this presentation. Thank you very much for listening.